Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. I am the Bardic Knock. I'll be your game master for today. We are playing the One Piece tabletop role-playing game. That is it. It's tabletop role-playing, but One Piece. That's it. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. I do stuff and things and the what's-its. That's basically it. Let other people say their names and stuff. I will give a brief recap as I can to the best of my ability, and then we'll put on funny voices and make bad decisions. Nick, who are you?
Hi, I'm Nick. Like, as it says underneath not underneath me, but like on my Marine page, I don't know, I would say wanted poster, but it's not wanted. Anyways, I'm Strider Winners everywhere on the internet. Bardic still needs to fix that. I told him yesterday he didn't do it. I finally fixed it though. I'm Strider Winners everywhere on the internet now. I finally changed my Twitter.
You changed that? When the fuck did you tell me?
Bardic.
What
I changed it Thursday.
He's got more other
What
stuff on his mind. Chill.
What day is it?
On the 21st.
It's Saturday.
Oh, dude, I have slept twice since then. There is no way I remember that.
A whole day gone. Everything.
Everything's gone.
You know the worst part is, Nick? I literally had to edit this overlay right before going on, so I could have done it.
Oh my god.
And my brain just didn't register.
Right. Anyways, I played Captain Mercurius Thorak, who's the giant squid fishman doctor captain brawler. He's a lot of things on this ship. It gets stressful with these guys, especially when they aren't int-based characters.
Are we not good students, Nick?
No. But you are useful, especially for making trains and bombs and destroying things.
Hello, I am Shogun. I'm playing Maggie, an int-based character.
Bullshit! Aren't you dex-based?
No, I have a 16 intelligence.
So the problem is, Maggie is an int-based character, but an int-based character with no moral guidance. So is intelligence only used for self-preservation and self-interest? And that is the worst kind of thing a person can be.
Oh, my mistake. A 17 intelligence.
Yeah, but you guys are useful for making getaway trains and making bombs and destroying stuff. Are we sure we're Marines? Sounds like we're pirates.
We've been over this.
Sorry,
Can we be pirate Marines? Can I join Chum?
Oh god, no, not again.
I am also chuckling.
Pirate Marines!
I am chuckling at the wonderful comment in the Twitch chat saying my brain power and memory go directly into growing my mustache. And,
That's why I started laughing.
Damn it, Cody.
You are not fucking wrong. Like, yep, all brain power in mustache. Shogun, was there anything else you wanted to say before we move on?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty. James, who be you?
I be Omen264 almost everywhere on the internet. Almost anywhere. I am Omen264. Okay, wrong. There was one site somewhere that took Omen264 before I did, and I am upset about it, and I will be forever. I don't know. I don't think it was.
He cut out.
Nah, it's his Pornhub account.
Right.
Aren't you Omen2646 over there or something?
Yeah, fucking, I'm mad. My Pornhub account is ruined. Nah, I don't have a Pornhub account. I should make one, just for, like, YouTube tutorial shit.
Be like that guy who, like,
exactly
does wholesome stuff and gets awards for it.
Exactly. But, I am a skunky boy who is now terrifying because he has candy, and...
He's candy.
Candy or drugs?
Both. Drug candy, best candy.
Okay, the thing. So to quickly talk about the canon technically, Rumble Ball candy does exist.
Oh my
Chopper.
God, why?
Well, okay. So because Chopper is a child, like an actual child, I don't care if he is 17, he is a child. Oda basically forgot. And so, in the first arc of the New World, when they having to go to Fishman Island, it shows Chopper taking a Rumble Ball to go into Guard Point, the big floofy version. And then later on in that same arc, Chopper reveals, oh, I don't actually need Rumble Balls to transform. And everyone's like, so what was this? And then Oda wrote down, that was a piece of candy that looks like a Rumble Ball. They're Chopper's favorite. And that's
Totally
it.
after the fact thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the last thing I say before I disappear for 20, 30 minutes, hopefully as short as 10, but to get food, I will return. I am making an app to helpfully guide us through the Marine PDF. Just the Pirate One Piece PDF. Because holy shit, does that thing take some time to get through.
Oh, it's horrible. It is a horrible PDF.
So, I'm going to make an app on Google Play, because Apple is stingy. And hopefully, when that comes out, it'll be easier to navigate for all of us and anyone else that wants to download it. It will be free.
Yeah. You can get more people playing this game. It'll be tons of fun. Alright. So that is everything from James. Finally, Dakota. Who dares interrupt you when you're here?
I'll be entirely honest. I honestly thought you were just gonna skip right over me there for a second. All right, that's everyone. All right, let's get started.
Alright, he said so. Let's go.
Yeah, fuck off. Go get your food. Go, shoot.
I will.
See, this is the nice thing about going last, Dakota.
I know. I noticed I was put last. I was like, hey, neat.
We could still interrupt you to talk about something entirely
Go get your
different.
damn
It doesn't
food.
have to be.
Go get your food, Jimmy.
See, these are my friends. They don't even care that I'm hungry. They just want me gone.
My God.
Alright, bye.
Anyway, I'm White Wolf 462, pretty much fucking everywhere. I'm playing a giant muscle-bound meathead. Enough said.
I think that's really all we need. And
in the game.
Hey, I ain't that muscular yet.
yet.
But you
Goals.
are a meathead.
I am a meathead, yes. I'm not muscular though.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm not very big. I hate being short.
Then the other person who might be able to swing in later, he's moving stuff from apartments, so that's kind of like when it happens type of deal. That is Rin. Rin exists. Okay, that is in a bad place. It doesn't. Okay, I need to move that to the top.
Or put it, or layer it above things.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. I go, why?
There we go.
Yay!
Yay!
It's been a while since
Shogun
I've had
gave
to
us
tweak
a
stuff.
dime.
Hey, every penny counts. For all I know, that could be the one. That could be the 10 cents that put me over the edge to get a Twitch payout. I honestly have not been keeping track.
Have you still not got a payout?
I've had 3 payouts. I've earned
Oh.
$300 on Twitch. I'm very impressed by that.
Yay!
So, words. Yes. Recap, and you know what? Let's describe the premise of what is going on in case anybody is unfamiliar and not. Oh, actually, it is entirely because one person in the chat asked, and if I reply to things in the chat, it makes me feel like I'm a big boy streamer.
Talking to your chat makes you feel like a big boy streamer. Can someone clip that? Just
Please don't. Okay, so the premise is a tabletop role-playing game. If you don't know, I don't know why you'd start on session 24, but if you have, cool. This means you've got 23 other sessions to go back and watch, and they're like 3 hours each. So you've got literally days worth of stuff to watch. But basically, we all decide to, well, we make characters, and then we play these characters doing various things. We are using the One Piece world, So events and stuff from One Piece exist. Lore of One Piece exists. Devil fruits, haki, all that nonsense. Characters from One Piece world. It has been revealed so far that this is technically a good couple hundred years after, maybe 800 years, 100 years, 150 years after the story, after the events of the airing and still in print at this moment in time One Piece manga. This is an alternate universe where Luffy fails to become the Pirate King, and basically there is just another Void Century. These are a bunch of new OCs. Everyone is original and special and all that good stuff. So
Not me.
Yes, you are, Shogun. You are special.
Shogun is forever special. No one can say otherwise.
And yeah, so that's basically it. So everyone is a new character. If you're asking if they are new or old Marines, as in are they new recruits? Are they old, as in old, curmudgeonly old men? They are not new recruits. They are still fairly low down the rung though. Capable enough. We have made it onto the Grand Line thus far, and we are on our first island in the Grand Line, where basically we have been given. Well, I keep saying we, like I'm one of the Marines.
Is this the first island? Wow.
This is the first island in the Grand Line. Still.
Yeah.
I need to stop saying we as if I am part of the team when I'm clearly the one giving you the stuff. Like, we have been given. Like, no, I gave it to you. What?
You are the voice of reason amongst us all, being idiots.
We should all be very concerned if that's the case. So, yes, they have been given a task to slowly and somewhat covertly get rid of the Shishibukai, or Seven Warlords of the Sea. And they are on their way to dealing with one. They have information, they've stopped off at an island, maybe to get more information, maybe get some equipment, all that jazz. We've done a bunch of stuff on this island. We got some explosives, we got some phosphorus, we built a train, we've made a deal with some rather shady person, so that if the group go and take out some ominous figure called Manowar, who is apparently tied to the king of this island, who is also tied to the Shishibukai, the Death Defiler. So there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff there. Last time we wrapped up by charging towards this tower, this bandit tower, which has been claimed and being operated out of. And that is where we left off. We had just beaten up a bunch of guards outside of said tower. Alright. Whew, that's a lot of description. So, you're stood outside this tower. There is a river flowing towards the tower. Iris, who is currently not here, player-wise, has seen that the water seems to go into the tower and leads deep down below. What do?
Did we climb down last time?
Did you climb down?
No.
Did you jump down?
No, I guess not. No. But probably will.
Oh. I vaguely recall that you technically did. I think that's where we ended. Yeah. I believe we shoved... Shogun, what's the name of your robot friend?
Dummy.
Yeah, I believe we shoved Dummy out, down the hole. And Dummy used that iron fruit to essentially, create an iron rope ladder as they were falling. So... Yeah.
I remember that.
So there is a ladder down, so we ended at the bottom of this.
And I just glided gently down.
Yeah, so we did end. Thank you for reminding me. I should really go and check previous sessions and not try to do everything.
One of us should start writing down what, the last little thing we did so we know where to start off from.
See, I swear I have, on the Roll20, I think I have a page of notes for you. Yeah, you've got notes for important NPCs, inventory, notes, a crew roster, and ship notes, and I don't think anyone has ever used them. Well, they're there.
There. Never touched them.
So, you are stood on a... the floor is actually surprisingly fancy down here. You look at it, and it looks to be some kind of semi-precious stone, like either marble or maybe even like a gemstone of sorts. It looks very decorative and ornate. Water is flowing behind you as this waterfall... The river has been converted into a waterfall, and then it seems to flow around in a circle and out some other direction. It looks like it kind of looks like you are at the bottom of a really, really fancy water feature. So, like, at any moment, if a bunch of fountain streams started going off, it would not seem out of place. What would people like to do?
I don't.
Don't know.
We're just in like a courtyard-ish area with a fountain. Is that what I heard?
Pretty much, yeah. That is the long and the short of it.
Are there any people?
There appears to be no people down here in this room.
It's very strange. Why is there no one inside the first wall?
Well, because you kick the ass of all people outside of it. Why would they have people outside the wall, a wall, and then people inside the first wall before you have to clearly find a way to get into the building itself? That's a lot of people spread out for no good reason.
Right. I guess we look for the big door. There's
Big
probably
door.
a big grand door that's leading from courtyard to throne room?
To something. But yeah, looking for a big door. You know what? You do not need to roll for that. Yes, there is indeed a big door.
Big door. Important.
Very big door. It is, thankfully, nice and easy. Like this courtyard is like a big circle, and you can see there is a sizable gap between where you are and anything that's upwards. If you kind of look, you see that there's a big door directly across this giant circle from you. And if you look up, you see that the tower is actually above you. So the way this works, there's a waterfall that goes down, and then the courtyard, tower above. So it's kind of like the tower is somehow suspended in midair. It's pretty kooky, pretty crazy stuff.
Magnet?
And how do they work?
Giant magnet? Floating tower?
Maybe.
Which I think is code for I did not think of that, but that's a great idea. I'm gonna use it now.
You don't know what my code is. How do you spell magnet? No. So yes, there is a large door on the other side, and that seems to like go into a wall. And if you follow where that wall is, there definitely seems to lead up to the tower. You assume you go through there, and there's a staircase you have to go up, and then you get into the actual tower itself. This building was clearly designed with aesthetics first over any form of functionality. This is, quite frankly, a terrible functionable building.
Wonderful. Guess we just go inside.
You want to go to the door?
Just go open the door.
All right. How do you open the door?
I'm big. I push.
You push.
If push no work, I pull.
You push big door, and then you pull big door. Nope. Do you want to try and roll something there for me? Do you want to roll a strength?
Well, I was seeing if it was unlocked first, because it is not the first time that I've tried lockpicking a door that was already unlocked.
It is actually a very sensible thing to do, to try a door first before like going wild with it. So yes, this door appears to be locked or barricaded or bolted or something. The exact specifics are not immediately clear to you.
got an idea. I'm gonna bust the door down.
Just be
Say
my
hi.
guest. Stand back.
Alright, I'm gonna use the hammer to do this, so it'll be considered a weapon attack, so I can just go ahead and add that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Knock, knock, motherfuckers!
Okay, a 23. Okay, yeah. Roll damage, please.
I pages. I forgot what the hammer even does. Right.
Uh, 17 damage. Alright, so I take into account. Yeah, okay, so Zor, hammer in hand. It's a big hammer, and you get a big meaty swing. The door, surprisingly enough, does not roll a high enough defense roll to avoid the hit. Big hammer slams into this giant stone carved door, and you put just enough of a hole in it that you could maybe reach an arm through, or a small person could squeeze through.
Knock, knock.
I'm just gonna fiddle around, try to find a handle. Just
arm go. Okay. Zor, can you roll defense for me, please?
You're gonna get your fucking hand smashed.
oh, maybe, maybe not.
Okay. 19. Okay, cool. That's really good. So, as your arm kind of goes in, you feel something try to stab into your arm. It doesn't feel like a trap or anything like that. It feels like someone was like hiding behind the door and was physically waiting to stab you. As they do, your natural warrior's instinct, you just tense your arm so much so that it deflects the attack because you're that big and that muscular. You just go.
That's good.
You know what? One could argue that this is technically Zor on the first stage of awakening armament haki. If you
Doesn't
so-
he? What does he have that for
he-
being Birkin?
No,
or
I
does he
have
have the
visual.
other-
I have visual
Visual.
hockey.
Yeah. So you could argue that because it's like, or you could say your visual haki, like something came into play, but you could somehow sense that there was this person about to attack you, and you went, nope.
Just,
What would you like to do about this?
did you yank your arm back out, or?
Have I found the handle yet?
No, not yet.
I'm gonna keep fiddling around for the handle.
Do you
Just-
let anyone know that someone tried to stab you?
Oh, right. Yeah, there's a dumbass on the other side of this door.
I mean, I kind of figured. That's why I was kind of wondering why you stuck your hand through instead of just breaking more door. But whatever.
Pull his arm out. Good point. Very good point.
Okay, as you pull your arm out, I mean, Jimmy's not here, so just for ease, unless James is back. If we had, I'm not looking at the Discord chat, so I'm not paying attention.
Wait, actually, yeah, they're gonna give you an idea. He needs to get back.
He needs to get back. Jimmy needs to get back.
James, the human who is getting food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an
just
idea.
checking if
involving
he's back
him
yet
now.
or not. Okay, so just for ease, I'm just gonna say 3 arrows are fired out of here, and they're gonna go towards Merc, Maggie, and not Jimmy, and Zor. Can the 3 of you roll defense, please?
That's a good roll.
That's a really good roll, 27. 22. Okay, so my 3 rolls in order were nat 20, 19, and 15. So,
Oh, goody.
I'm going to go in order of what you guys rolled. So the nat 20 is going on Zor, the 19 on Merc, and the 15 on Maggie. So, Merc, Maggie, you avoid being hit. Zor, you are going to take a lovely... wait, nat 20, so that... Okay, so that goes up to... Doing the maths. Hang on. It does that, and then that. With that. Okay, that's not great. So, 4 plus that. That is 17 damage, 4 of which is... So, I don't think you've got much resistances and things like that, but if it matters, so that's an arrow. So, 4 of that was, like, acid, if that matters in any form of resistance. And can you make a fortitude save for me, please?
You do have 5 DT. DR.
Yeah, the reduction one. Okay, fort save. Yeah, you are fine. You feel that there is some kind of poison on these arrows, but you've just gone, nah, henched it out, gone, "Urgh." You tense so hard you forced the poison out of your veins. Or whatever. Whatever your justification for not feeling the effects of the poison is.
Okay, that's it. This door needs to come down.
So, how... between the 3 of you, what is your plan for dealing with this door and the at least one person on the other side of it who's kind of being a bit of a dick?
Maggie, you probably still have satchel charges, right?
I'm
insulted.
guessing that's a yes.
I mean, I'm assuming you didn't sell them all from making the train. Or at the very least, you've made more sense.
Yes, I have.
Wonderful. I can't think of a faster way to blow away a door. Plus,
Hey,
do
I
it,
got you a perfect.
do it
place to
right. The rubble will fall on the end on them.
All right. Give me just a moment.
I love how we have an explosives expert in this party. And to seeing a locked door, the first thing was to go, alright Zor, hit it with a hammer.
I'm gonna start setting explosives on it.
Okay.
I mean, steer clear of the hole, of course. That is all of us.
Should I
Hopefully we
roll
can't get shot.
explosives?
Do you want to roll explosives?
Because that's a skill I have.
Oh no, I am very alarmed.
It's a skill that comes from the marksman class. I put feats into it, and I'm allowed to raise my rank in it by 5 for every feat I've put into it.
Yeah, roll
Oh my
for
god, what's your explosives?
it. It's gonna be like plus 20. Okay, so you rolled a 36.
Plus 18. Rolled an 18, plus 18, you got fucking 36.
Okay, so with I don't have the thing open. Like, does it give like a DC check of what that actually equates to? Like what?
That's-
Not that I'm aware of.
God. Okay, hang on. Let me crack open the PDF and see if I can figure
What
out.
I would do, however, is I would take Dummy and have Dummy craft me chunks of iron to create backing to the explosives.
Make shape
To
charges.
create, yeah, exactly, to create funnels to focus the explosives towards the door, and away from us, obviously. But so to shape the explosion into a cutting force to blow the door down in a specific pattern, into a shaped charge rather than just a boom explosion. It's a shaped cutting force, like a breaching charge. And with a 36, I think I would do.
Explosives expert. This marksman can now craft smoke grenades, flashbangs, and frag grenades using a secondary skill called explosives. Add explosives to the secondary skill list with a permanent skill rank of 5. Crafting a smoke grenade requires an explosives roll with a DC of 15, flashbang requires 18, frag grenade requires 22. If the marksman beats the DC roll by more than 10 or has a critical success, the grenade's effect lasts longer or deals additional damage. You may invest additional points into explosive expert. For each additional point purchase, increase your explosive skill rank by +5.
Yeah. So you have beaten the DC of a frag grenade by 10. So you've got a better frag grenade. Unless you want this to be flashbangs or smoke grenades, I assume you want frag grenades.
Yeah, essentially a frag grenade, but can I be using my
C4?
Yeah, my C4 as the supplies for it.
Most definitely. Now, out of curiosity, do you have the frag grenade feat as well?
I don't actually have the frag grenade feat.
That's fine, because that just means we don't...
Well, we can't get it yet anyways, because that requires 9 ranks, where we only have 8 as our max.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that it doesn't really matter, because this still gives the stats of a frag grenade damage-wise.
Yeah.
It just says you can make them. Frag grenade just says you apparently have them. I don't think it... Anyway.
Now arm and accurately throw a grenade up to 50 feet away.
Yeah. So, allow us to take 1d6 damage per rank of ranged shot you possess. Oh, divided by
my
3.
god!
Divided by 3. Okay. Phew.
Okay.
So you've got 12
mind.
ranks. A ranged shot would deal 3d6 damage. That's not how that works. If you have 12 ranks, 12 divided by 3 is 46.
That'll be 46.
Someone can't do basic maths. Anyway.
That's funny.
How many ranks of ranged shot do you have?
8.
8. So, divide by 3, that'd be 2d6. But you got 10 higher. So, you know what? It's going to deal extra damage. So, each frag grenade will deal 4d6. We'll say that. I mean, you only get to make 1, basically. But,
All right.
hey,
And
you can still deal 4d6 damage to the door.
all right, and then any and then I guess taking into account also Dummy's contribution of focusing the explosive. You said 46?
Yeah, with Dummy's assistance, let's just add an extra d6 onto that. So just make it 5 to keep things simple. Yeah, 21 damage. All right, cool. Where specifically on the door would you like to put these? Like, are you putting it around the hole that Zor has already made, or are you going for like the join of the door, or
Hinges?
Hinges, yeah. All right, nice. So, with 21 damage, spread equally around the hinges. Thing goes boom. There is a pause as the stone that this door is made out of slowly begins to crack, focusing in on the hole that Zor has made. And there's a little pause and a rumble as the topmost section of the door just falls. And bit by bit, the rest of the door falls as well. There is a small 5-foot high pile of rubble that you could happily duck behind if you so wish to. And you can now see on the other side of this door there are three people. One with a bow, one who seems to be holding a collection of needles in between their hands, and another who seems to be holding some... what do we have? Actually, yeah, you know what? We'll say that there's those two sneaky ones. And then there's just one big dude holding basically just a big bat with a syringe in the end of it. But like an oversized syringe. Oh, no, I lie. Okay, it's not that. It's not a big dude. It's basically just Injection Fairy Lily from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh God!
It's a giant syringe. That's who it is. So there's small skinny guy with like holding a collection of needles in between his fingers. There's average looking rangery type dude, hood up, mask pulled up on his face, holding a bow and arrow with 3 arrows notched. And then there's just girl in a nurse's uniform holding a giant fucking syringe.
I'm holding my shotgun and using dummy as like cover.
Mm-hmm. So you are. I love that you're holding dummy in front of you, using that as cover. Zor and Merc, what would you like to do? Consider this like the move before we activate, before we actively enter combat.
I don't have anything to throw.
What about words? Throw words. They hurt.
That's true. Knock, knock. Your door fell down. Looks like you could use a handyman. Stretch his 6 arms.
And Zor, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna basically use my battle cry thing to boost everyone up in case there is a fight, and just yell, "Knock, knock!"
Alright, and with that...
You are being rescued!
Okay, with that, we'll make this a short combat because we can... Actually, no, my times are all over the place. We still have like half an hour before a break. My brain is going real dum-dum today. Alright. Do we want to have active initiative, or do we just want to do you move, they move? What are people more interested in?
I kind of like active initiative.
Yeah, let's do that. Are we also fussed about a battle map? When it's literally just a 3v3, there's not tons of...
There's not much space.
Yeah.
Really?
There's not.
If we're within range, then it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, there's not tons of room. I can quickly bash together a battle map, but the fact I can bash it together with almost 0 effort tells you that there's not much need for one. So
we're just in basically like a hallway.
Yeah. So let's just go. We'll say nurse, bow, and needle. Yes, these are their names. I don't need to be creative. And then Merc, Zor, Mag. And does Dummy need his own initiative, or is Dummy fine to just share with you, Shogun?
I'll have him share with me.
Alright, that's just a lot quicker. Alright, let's...
Am I included?
Yay, James is back.
Jimmy
Perfect
is back
time.
now. Alright, Jimmy.
Hey!
Where were you about 5 minutes ago? We could have used your stink acid.
Driving.
Alright, so...
Look at that nat 20
On initiative.
Jesus Christ. Shogun is not fucking around today at all. He's rolled dice twice and got an 18 and a nat 20.
Rolling initiative.
Yes.
Alright,
And I'll quickly repeat what the hell is going on in a minute for you. Wow. Y'all are not fucking around.
You know, apparently you're actually allowed to take 10 on your initiative roll. I didn't know that, but I actually would have been better if I would have taken taken 10.
Do you want to take 10?
Fuck it, sure. Give me 19 instead of 16.
And I'll just roll.
just
these.
making sure I have it right. The initiative is based off of Dex, right?
I believe.
Or intelligence.
I think,
Okay,
didn't
I
you
had
take the
mine on
thing to
it.
where you can use both?
I
Yes.
Think, yeah.
Yes, I have the ability to use both at the same time.
Okay, so I discovered earlier today how quick and easy it is for me to actually move my camera a little bit. I need to show y'all what I just rolled for these 3 people's initiatives, because we've seen what you all just rolled. These are my dice rolls right here. We have a nat 1,
Oh god.
a 2, and a 6.
So much for active roll. We're just gonna straight up us move, they move.
Yeah.
Starting with
Hood when I
starting with
came
Jimmy.
back was needle.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's happening?
So
There was a big old door. We blew it down. There's 3 guys standing on the other side.
yeah, it really doesn't match. I don't need to include the other numbers when I've got 1, 2, and 6. They can just have that. So, door. Zor tried to hit it with a hammer, put a hole in it, then stuck an arm through the door to try and find the handle to open said door. Tried to get stabbed, and Zor went no while trying to get stabbed. Arrows got fired from behind this hole, like through this hole. Maggie went, "I'ma blow it up." Blew it up. The door blew up. On the other side of the door, there is a skinny dude holding like a series of needles in his hands and going like, "Hehehehe." There is stereotypical archery type person, you know, so hood up, face mask, bow with 3 arrows notch, and then there is literally just the Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Injection Fairy Lily holding a big fucking syringe.
Oh god.
Those are the enemies you have to deal with.
Sweet giggle, sadistic face.
I'm just reminded of the beginning of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie,
Yeah.
and I just the Pyramid of Light,
Mm-hmm.
and Joey's fighting in the
That's
middle of
where
the
I got that
street,
from.
and I just hear "say ah." He gets stabbed by a giant needle in the ass.
That's what I mean by sweet giggle, sadistic face.
So,
Question: how close are they to us? Physical feet?
Like, maybe between 20 and 30. Like, probably equally spread around. Not that
Perfect.
far.
Cool. So point blank shot comes into effect as well.
Most definitely. So, Jimmy, you are the first on our turn order.
Alright. So I can just, they're not too far, I can just attack.
Yeah, of course you can. You can just thwomp.
Are they all grouped up?
They're fairly spread out. You know what? Actually, it would make sense. Needles is the one closest. He was stood near the door. He jumped like 10 feet back when it fell, so he didn't get hurt by it. So Needles would be the closest. Bo would be the furthest away. And Injection Fairy Lily is... Yeah. I'm just going to call her Nurse. And Nurse,
Nah.
she's kind of somewhere in the middle between them.
There's an issue that I just remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Problem number 1. Has 3 minutes passed?
I'm going to say... No.
Oh,
Because if 3
Jimmy's
minutes
still
passed, I'm
rumbling.
screwed.
Jimmy's still rumbling.
Yeah, you...
Yeah, and then when I stop rumbling, ain't I basically useless?
No. You,
I don't
like,
think so.
so, when you stop rumbling, you're fine, I think. I don't think you're... What does it say in the rumble ball thing? Nick?
But that's what I'm looking at
I thought it was
now.
after multiple
What?
ones he was useless.
Come on.
I just
want
knew
the
somewhere
whole
in there,
thing.
in an hour, I was useless. I don't know if it's after 1 or after multiple, but I
Let's
know
see.
somewhere in there.
Up to once consumed, gain 5 transformations. Doesn't say anything about it being whenever it's over. It just says
Really?
better control over their transformations for up to 3 minutes. Once consumed, the zone gains access to the next 4 additional stances. Changing between them is done as a swift action. If you take 2, you lose control. 6 or 3. If a third one is taken within 6 hours. Sorry, I was skipping around by skimming.
Alright.
The third one is taken within 6 hours. You lose complete control, or you completely lose control. There's nothing about whenever you come down.
No.
I think it's
Okay.
just if you take another one
Too
within
soon.
6 hours, but nothing about whenever you come off of the 3 minutes.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, you're good.
That's my other question now. Iris boosted my stink and its range. What are the negatives now that time has passed?
I mean, I think from how I understand it, when Iris's boost wears out, because basically what it does, it just causes a flare up. So then when it's flared up, it's gone. It just means that like maybe for like a minute or how the equivalent. I assume the equivalent amount of time that it was boosted for. You just don't really have like stink. That you can
Okay, so that
reduce.
time has passed while we were trying to get in the door.
Yeah, easy.
Okay, so I'm back to normal. Okay. I was like, wait, did I just bust down this door, look them in the eye, and then go, prepare! And I fart a tiny bit, and it smells like roses. I'm like, uh-oh. This was not part of the plan.
I do not know why I find that so funny. I just love. Actually, you know what? I still like the idea. It still smells like a fart. But you know, like, so you're so prepared. You run and go, prepare. You're supposed to do more than that. Hang on.
Never mind me. Tiptoes away. Captain, you've got this. All right. Are they? Would you say they're 15 feet apart or 30 feet apart? How far away are they spaced from each other?
You could hit any two of them, I reckon. You couldn't
With
hit
my
all.
skunk spray?
Yeah. Because they're probably about like 10 feet apart each. Like maybe 10 foot that way and 10 foot the other way. So like, you could probably hit two, but just not all three.
No, I am going to transform into spray mode because it gives me +2 DC to all acid attacks. And I am going to skunk spray needle. And which of the other two has the creepiest face?
So
I don't care about the weapons. I just want to know which one looks creepier.
So chances are, like, because Needle is at the front and Nurse is in the middle, like, you'd probably hit Needle and Nurse. Like, you can't really hit Needle and Bow.
Okay, then we're doing that then.
Yeah. And remind me, did we say what the spray form looks like?
Yeah,
yes.
Skuntank, wasn't it?
Skuntank, but mixed with Wolverine from X-Men. His little, like, things on his knuckles that his claws come out of. Yeah, I have those, but they just spray my skunk spray through them. They don't... Nothing else comes out of them but my spray.
That's it.
So I can now aim it with my fist instead of having to turn my ass to the enemy.
Yeah. Which form was just a fursuit? I forget.
That was...
Domesticated?
No, it was either tail or run.
I think it might have been Run.
I think it's run, yeah. Cause yeah, it was. You made the comment of just this fursuit just sprints past everyone.
I'll have to rewatch that last session because I can't believe that was a sentence we said. All right. So Wolverine spray claws. You go pew pew, and you're gonna blast these first two. What do they need to roll?
Reflex save DC 10 plus level for half, which that's actually 12 plus level for half because of Spray's ability. And then a Fortitude save DC for 10 plus level or be sickened.
Okay, so you're level 5, so that's 17 they need to roll. Nurse made it. Needles did not. So Nurse is going to take half damage. And Fort save. Needles made it, but Nurse didn't. So Nurse is feeling not so great, but took less damage. And Needles took more damage, but is feeling fine. So
Alright, I roll 5d4 twice for each of them.
you can just roll.
And you just half.
Do you just want to roll one as the generic?
Sure.
That'll be the damage that hits both of them. Oh wow. Okay, roll twice.
Can I take the first roll?
Oh!
Take the first roll!
Yeah!
Oh, fuck!
Minimum damage. How in the hell?
Wow, that... 5... Okay. I need to do the maths here. So what? It's a 25% chance, so it's 1 in 4. And that becomes 1 in 16, which then becomes 1 in 64, which then becomes 1 in 240... Yeah, 248, which then becomes 1 in... Hang on. I need to do 248 times 4.
My rolls are so bad that the DM has to stop to do math. Jesus Christ.
1024, I believe.
Yeah, 248 times 4 is 992. I think. That my maths might be a little bit off, so let me just do 4 times 4, which is 16. So that's what it is to get 2. Again is 64, that's 3. Again is 256, which is 4. And 5, yeah. Yikes. So that is 1 in 1024. So there is literally what? 1, 2, 4 divided by that. Oh god, like that is so low percentage. That is like 0.001% chance of happening. How?
I wish I knew.
Okay, we can take the 7. We're getting all
It's
the
not
bad
much of
rolls.
an increase, but it's happened.
We're getting the bad
fine.
rolls out of the system. That's it. Okay, and Nurse only takes half of that. But then, at the very least, Nurse feels sick. He goes like, it is sickened, right? That's the thingy.
Yeah.
The status. So let me just remember what the hell sickened even does.
-2 on pretty much everything.
Yeah, it is good at -2. Cool. Alright. Zor, I believe you are up next. What would you like to do?
What? I've kind of been half paying attention because I'm setting up my new monitor.
Oh, that's fine. Jimmy rolled 5 ones.
He rolled the lowest possible attack he could have.
You better get the best roll in your goddamn life.
Alright,
I took
who's directly
so
in front
much
of us?
bad juju for you.
Who's directly in front of us?
The
Needles.
closest is Needles.
How far away are they?
How close were you to the door when it fell down?
I was still kind of by it.
Then maybe like 10 feet.
Oh, cool. So I ain't gonna move for this one. Gonna take the hammer and just alley up with an upswing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because you're like 10 foot tall, aren't you? So you're just like...
Yeah, we have reach for being big.
Alright, Needles. Don't fail me. Okay, shit. Yeah, let me 25. Ah, I rolled a 24. Shit, no. Mm-mm. He's getting whacked.
Yep.
Slap him hard.
That one. Does that. If I remember correctly, I'm making up, not sure. Yeah. Okay. So, bam. Wow. What the fuck?
Okay, so after taking the full brunt of damage from Jimmy's acid spray, Needles is there going, ugh, I don't feel good. And just this giant hammer slams into Needles. And you like trying to... So, you know what? In my mind, Needles is now like clinging on to the end of this hammer as it has lifted Needles up off the floor as the hammer is continuing to swing up. So that is where Needles currently is, gripping onto the end of a hammer, being flung into the air. Anything else, Zor?
I swear to God, if all of our rolls are shit and then someone rolls to, I don't know, do a little dance and they get the nat 20, I'm going to scream.
There isn't much else I can do, unfortunately.
No, that is absolutely fine. Okay, so next up is Maggie.
I will. Oh, I don't know. Lock on. And this is a really neat situation because I get the benefit of lock on, but also the benefit of point blank shot. I'm gonna point it at Needles.
Who is gripping onto the end of a hammer. Yep.
Yep. And fire my flaming shotgun.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Does that hit?
Yes, it do.
Good, because I only rolled a 4.
Yeah, I just needed to check that. Like, oh, wow. Yep. So, 27 hits.
Alright, let's roll the damage, which is... Do you add your dex to damage on weapons?
I believe so. I think it should all be in the thing automatically if it is. Swear to God, if you roll a 1.
I believe. So there. 10 fire damage.
Okay. Alright. So, poor Needles is just getting the shit kicked out of him. There, holding these needles in his hand, like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna use my needles and do stuff. Just gets sprayed with acid, whacked into the air with a hammer, still clinging onto the hammer, just fire blasted out at him. He's just there, like, clinging on for dear life. Merc. Well, sorry, is there anything else you would like to do, Maggie?
Dummy!
Dummy, yes. What do Dummy do?
Nothing, because I haven't actually given him stats like I should have.
Dummy just
so he stands there to be cover. What he does actually is he like reaches down, touches the ground, and actually like pulls up a sheet of metal in front of himself to make actually like a full, like thin wall of metal to protect both of us.
That's cool.
And that's it.
Yeah, I like that. All right, Merc.
I want to go over to Nurse, and I just want to take her syringe.
You just want to take it?
I want to take it. Just show her how useless she probably is without it.
Okay. How would you like to take the thing? What mechanic are you using?
It would probably be disarm. Because let's see, where? There's an actual thing about this.
I would
disarm.
assume that comes under advanced combat.
Yeah, there it is. Disarm. As a melee attack, you may attempt to disarm your opponent. If you do so with a weapon, you knock the opponent's weapon out of his hands to the ground. If you attempt to disarm while unarmed, you end up with the weapon in your hand. Step 1, your opponent gets a free action to perform a single melee attack on you when you're attempting to disarm. So they can try.
Okay, so she's gonna try it. I rolled a nat fucking 1.
I rolled a 2, so you're fine.
God.
So no.
That does not hit. It's almost as if a
Yeah.
giant syringe is a terrible weapon choice.
Yeah. You and your defender make opposed attack rolls with your respective weapons. The wielder of two-handed on a disarm gets a +4 bonus. The wielder of a light weapon takes a -4 penalty. If the targeted weapon isn't a melee weapon, the defender takes a -4 penalty on a roll. So, it is a melee weapon, I'm assuming. And they're two-handing.
They are two-handing it. It is technically a melee weapon, but it is also a ranged weapon. But that doesn't matter here. That is something else to take into account. So, the wielder gets a +4 bonus. Okay, she's going to get a +4 bonus. Okay, that's it. You roll attacks. She has a +4 bonus. That's it. Technically, you take a -4 for being unarmed, apparently, by the looks of it.
Apparently, but there was something. There was something about that, but I couldn't. That might not be something I have. No, I don't think it is. There was some feat or something somewhere where
there'll be improved disarm, or
probably.
That sounds about right. All right, so she gets a +4. You take a -4 on this attack roll, I believe. All right. Come on, break everyone's bad luck.
There it is. Rolls. That's improved disarm. Perform a disarm, you gain a +4 bonus on your post attack roll to disarm your opponent. So yeah, that would just negate that if I took it. But I get a -4, so that fucking hell.
No, doesn't matter. Apparently, the dice have decided this nurse deserves to fucking die. That is her 3rd nat 1. I am not even joking. I rolled the dice. It did that thing. It hovered on the 7. And then just boop, over to the 1.
Wonderful. So I now have her syringe.
Yup. Okay.
Makes you feel useless, doesn't it?
She just kind of looks
as I hold this massive syringe in one hand above them.
You know what? She's gonna do that stereotypical anime thing, and after being disarmed, she's gonna drop to her knees and her legs somehow splay outward, which must just be absolutely fucking awful on your joints. Hands.
I mean, that's how I sit like that, but whatever.
That hurts my joints just thinking about it, to be honest. But yeah, so she does that. Knees turned in, legs out, hands down in her lap, and she kind of looks at us. Please don't. Please. You wouldn't hurt a girl, would you? A sweet, innocent little girl?
Me. You're very clearly not innocent. You're part of the bandit camp.
We're the bandits? Who told you?
Is this or is this not Bandit Tower?
Says who? I didn't name it that.
It says like 4 other people on this island in different places.
I think we're just getting a bad rap. We're just good, honest, hardworking people.
Right, we're breaking their skulls.
Attacking the fortress over there in a non-stop raid?
They've been stopping us getting our food supplies here. It's so hard. We're starving.
Did you ever try talking to them?
We did.
I would like to look at those stomachs. Are they at all fucking normal or big?
Oh, they are absolutely fine. There is no sign of malnutrition, starvation, anything at all.
And me being a doctor would probably also notice this just fine.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone that hears, I'm starving, instinctually looks at the person's stomach.
Just, right. You know I don't believe you, right? At all. I say this to the nurse.
Yeah. She looks up at you, and eyes looking like they're filling with tears. And you say, "You know I don't believe you." She just goes, fine. Up. Yes, we'll just have to fight back.
You can try.
She sticks her tongue out at you. And Merc, is there anything else you would like to do?
Considering I can't, because that did take my action. Because it took as a melee attack, I could still probably move, but I mean, I kind of just like standing over her with her weapon above her, because I think it's funny.
It is kind of funny.
You're way taller than she is, so...
I am! I'm holding the thing up in the air.
So, with that, it is her turn. And what she does is she's still on her knees, pouting, and she's got a little skirt, and she kind of like lifts it a little bit, like just gently hoiks it up a little bit. And since this is it's a mild gag. It's almost as if like, she gives you that look as if she's about to like, well, maybe we can figure something else out. Just for a moment. Before
Fucking no.
yeah, before she reveals on her thigh she's got a strap filled with smaller syringes. She grips one in each hand, just double fisting syringes, and she's gonna try and attack you with them both.
Oh.
So defense roll of a 26. Okay, I got a 27 with one and a 19 with the second. So one hits.
Oh, do I not roll defense on each one? Or is it just one roll?
I mean, you can.
I didn't know how that worked.
I think you can keep the one if you prefer, because then that would save you from a second hit. I'm very okay with that.
Sure.
I can't bother to go and read how it works if you need to roll for each one, or if you can just roll one. So, syringe. She rams this syringe. As she is standing up, she's just like gonna jab it into your thigh, and you take 6 damage.
Ow.
And can you now make a fortitude save, please? 17. Okay. So you are lessening the effects of that. But your movement speed is now halved. And you will take a -2 to Dex for the next minute.
-2 to Dex for the next minute. Okay.
Yeah. So you reduce that there. Like that could have been like you are immobile and unable to move. So you super lucked out. And she basically like jammed you with a nerve agent.
Bitch.
Horrible person. You got it. Alright, Bo. What Bo do? Bo is kind of looking and going, I'm not involved here. And Bo is gonna carefully and slowly start walking backwards and hope to get to the stairs and start just walking away. So Bo uses their entire action to just slowly disengage from combat. And the stairs heading up are maybe 50 feet behind Bo. And they are up against a wall, and they seem to go up in a spiral pattern. So you could probably still hit Bo as he starts going up these stairs. Needle. Needle is clinging to dear life on the end of a hammer, and is also technically on fire. What Needle will do is Needle is going to jump, like grip onto the hammer, and try to like position himself, like curl up onto it, and then kick to propel himself off, and he is going to try to hit Zor. And Zor, can you roll a defense for me, please?
That I can. Pip.
Bloop. That is a 12. I rolled a 17. We are getting terrible rolls here for lots of these. As Needles flies past Zor and just scratches your neck with one of these needles. He can't get it in properly, but he definitely like nicks you. Can you please make a will save?
At least I am smart and have something. Of course, that's one of them. I don't have favored. Fuck. Oh wait, I rolled the wrong thing. I rolled a d12 when I rolled that. Oops.
Oh, you did. Yeah. Roll a d.
That's
even worse.
So it got worse.
That is worse. I totally didn't even realize you rolled a d12. All right. So roll your will save, please. 15. Okay. So the DC here was 17.
I'm fucked.
And what happens is you now, this needle, it seems to... What has happened is there's clearly something on it. And for lack of a better phrase, it's essentially like LSD. Like you've been drugged, causing you to see hallucinations, basically. The status effect is... it's confused. So at the start of every one of your turns, we get to roll. Yeah, I think it's a D100. Let me just double check. Confused.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we roll a D100, and then something happens. So.
Oh, good.
Wait, did I say how much damage you took? Yeah, you took.
No.
I didn't roll damage.
Nope.
No. You only rolled. You only told me to roll a will save. You didn't tell me damage.
Yeah.
I mean, you also told me it just nicked me, so that's why I was like, wait, damage? So
Yeah.
actual damage?
I rolled 1 on the die, so that's like 4 damage.
Which is nothing, because my
DR is higher. I mean, you always take 1, like you can't take 0 damage. But yeah. All right, and with that, we cycle back round to Jimmy. Jimmy.
What is the situation?
The dude with a bow looks like he's just trying to leave combat and head upstairs. Like, just walk away from everything. Needle, who is not doing particularly well, looked very beaten up. Standing on the floor, right behind Zor, panting, as Zor is clearly having some kind of drug-fueled hallucination. Merc is standing over a tiny girl in a nurse's uniform, who she is stood up and she's taken a battle-ready pose, as Merc seems to be like struggling to like move a little bit, and Maggie is just stood behind a giant metal sheet, probably getting ready to take more pot shots at people.
So the nurse is being a total piece of shit, right?
Oh,
Drugged both of them.
Needles drugged one, Nurse drugged the other. These are horrible people. They're using these, like, drugs and manipulations and stuff and such and what's this.
Which one am I closest to?
Probably Needles.
What do I have to roll to grab?
That'd be a grapple.
And what would I roll for that? Dex?
Let's find how grappling works. Grapple. Grapple check. Repeatedly on a grapple, you need to start a grapple. You need to grab and hold your target. Starting grapple requires a successful melee attack roll. So, roll.
Since my claws, would that be Dex or would that be Strength?
It just says a successful melee attack roll, so you can say as if you're going with claws.
Yes. So, where is my Dex? There it is. So that would be a +3. Oh, plus whatever bonuses I get from my spray stance, which is nothing to my Dex. Okay, never mind.
If you wanted to, you could probably change forms and then grab.
No, I want to stay in this form.
Okay.
So, +3. Are you kidding me? What?
You put 12d0.
Oh, okay, that's why I got so scared.
I rolled 12d0.
12d0.
Okay. Alright.
Oh my.
You just rolled a bunch of air.
Might as well do it again.
Ha! Dang it.
I'm so upset. I'm so upset.
How is everyone rolling so shit today?
Everyone is.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm rolling great.
Well,
You rolled a 4 on the die.
You roll a 4 on your range shot die. It's just that your pluses are insane.
That's true.
Bardic rolls are garbage.
Bark, you were saying how you had, I don't know, something like points in order to like re-roll shit? As do I have any of those? Can I use all of mine?
One second. Let me just double check something, because you might have more of a bonus to this when we realize. This is technically, you technically have another +3 in that.
Do I?
Yeah, primary attack. Because, so if you literally, so you set that to Dex, you've got rank 3, you don't currently have any other bonuses. So if we just click that, that is technically what it should, okay, not that, but it'd be if you rolled a 2 on that. So, how is it I roll good when I roll for you?
Because you're God.
So, well, we can add another 3 onto that, so that takes you up to an 8. All we need is this guy to roll terrible. I rolled a nat 1.
Let me get... Oh, okay.
God.
I was like, is it the one time he rolls a nat 20?
Actually, I got a nat 20 earlier when I fired an arrow, so that's my rolls done for the day.
Yeah, that was the arrow that plunged straight into me.
Alright, so...
I crit when I rolled initiative, and 2 people still went before me.
I'm grabbing Needle.
This game is so ridiculous. Okay, so you've grabbed him. You've grabbed Needles. So you got him. So that's step 1. Step 2. No, step 1. Jesus fucking Christ. So you make an unarmed melee attack, grapple check, to grab the target. If you fail to hit, the grapple attempt fails. If you succeed... Yeah, that's fine.
Am I able to make another attack?
Okay, so now at step 3, you make an opposed grapple check as a free action against the target. If you succeed, you and your target are now grappling, and you deal damage to your target as if with an unarmed strike. In your case, it'd be as if with claws. So, opposed grapple check, which is essentially making unarmed melee attacks, which for you is essentially using your claws. Technically, if you just went and clicked in your character sheet, primary attack, that would do the thing right now. I think. You know what? Let me check your sheet.
Primary attack is Dex, okay. So I'll just roll.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that or unarmed strike, because they're easy to alter into.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, 25. I rolled a 4. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me I can still do an attack, because I did not want this to be the only thing that I did.
Well, when you grabbed, the grapple, you put the claws in, so that is hitting with the claw. So if you want to roll your claw damage.
Alright.
I am happy right now.
That's not the right thing.
I think the claw's like 1d4, isn't it?
1d6.
Oh, shoot, yeah. So it'd be 1d6 plus dex, so 1d6 plus 3. Okay, yeah. Needles looks pretty beaten up. And this claw, that looks like it nearly takes Needles out. Now, technically, I think grappling takes an action, so you wouldn't be able to make another attack. But next turn, you can just I don't know, ram your sprayers down this dude's throat and gas him out in the most brutal and disgusting manner.
God.
So next turn you can do that. I believe you could technically move a little bit, but that's about it at this point.
No, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. Zor, you want to roll me a D100, please? 63.
And before I hit myself in my confusion.
So, 51 to 70, the thing tells you to flee away from the caster, the person who inflicted you with confusion, at top possible speed. So,
Are they behind me now?
Well, yeah, so I guess you maybe turn around, and what does Zor see in this fueled hallucination of seeing Needles being grappled by Jimmy? What do you see in your drug-fueled hallucination that makes you run the fuck away at top speed?
And you said dude who did that to me is being grappled by Jimmy, yes?
Yes. My claws are stabbed into him. He is not getting away.
I see what looks like a normal looking dude being mauled by a giant mutant skunk that I'm wanting to get the hell away from.
Alright, so you just run 60 feet away? Just run?
So I'm running up down the hallway? Away from the door?
Yeah, if you're running like deeper in, which would technically be the way you would basically run and you'd hit a wall, but then there's stairs. So you could essentially start running up the stairs, chasing after Bo. Technically.
I'm gonna do that, but like, is there a way I could technically like just like as I'm flailing my arms? Wait, yes, I'm flailing my arms, so like since my hammer's always attached to that chain, it's freaking just flapping the walls everywhere.
Okay, roll me an attack, but only using your stats, not using your ranks and attacks. This is not an active attempt at attacking this. You'll be wildly flailing. I'm gonna see if you can accidentally slap Bo. You can't. I rolled a 5. Oh my god, nothing is working today. Yeah. So as you are randomly flailing, your hammer just slaps Bo, who's like trying to run away up the stairs. You just like clip him with your hammer, and he's like, "Urgh." Like, clearly, tactical genius has stopped me from making my daring escape.
So do I roll damage?
Yeah, please do. Alright, yeah, that's a pretty big hit. Bo is not feeling good.
Oh, and while I was flying around, the hammer got charged up.
Oh god, it is as well.
Is that... Okay, wait, how much lightning did it do? How much was the lightning again? I think it was like 1d6.
1d6 is the usual thing I do for things.
Yeah, so... Bip. Fuck.
And fort save. Nat 20, thank god.
Well, see, that's the electric damage. That's not the stun. Oh wait, he passed save. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so glad I got a friggin'. Oh wow. Because
you got a nat 20 on just keeping him from being stunned.
Yeah. So the thing is, in the eyes of Bo right now, what essentially has happened is Bo thinks, I'm going to sneak away, I'm going to get reinforcements, and we're going to come down and swarm these bastards. Bo thought he was safe. Zor just sprinted away from the fight he was in and slapped Bo with a hammer. If you had stunned him as well, that would have looked like Zor is the biggest brain motherfucker in the planet. But in reality, he's just running away from the skunk.
No, I just gotta get away. I just gotta get away. No, what's that?
Alright.
I like to imagine I beamed him in the top of the head. Like, he just freaking bounced off the top of his head. He's just like, ow, what the fuck?
In my mind, you were randomly flailing. The hammer, like, hit the wall behind him and then ricocheted off the wall to hit him in the head. So, both thought he dodged, and he's like, oh, wow. This guy, tactical genius. Maggie, I believe it is your turn.
Oh, this is great.
I'm just gonna shoot who's the closest person to me?
You are probably equidistant, I would say, between Nurse and Needles. However, Needles is currently being grappled by a skunk.
Yeah, I'll shoot Needle. Or sorry, I'll shoot the nurse.
Yeah, go for it.
Leave me to my kill.
Meanwhile, I'm running down
Lock
the
on
hallway.
and fire.
Nat 20?
Oh my.
Yikes. Okay, Shogun
It's one of those things where it's not even just like a good shot. It's one of those anime shots to where when he fires, you can see reflections of light just bounce everywhere.
Okay, Shogun, please take full narrative control. over what the hell is happening right now.
So since we don't do, killing people so much, I think this is more terrifying them to the point that they surrender if this actually takes them down to, beat. Which would be that not a single pellet hits them.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, the cone of flaming pellets from the shotgun does almost a perfect silhouette around them.
Mm-hmm.
And they just see a wave of fire come from behind them. They're not looking at me, and it just comes from behind them, and they just see a wave of fire come from behind them and just surround them and fly past them. And they just drop everything, go, ah!
Okay.
I'm done!
Well, yeah, I'm 100% okay with that. In fact, that's kind of perfect. So, roll damage. You probably don't need to. Yeah. Is that taking the crit into account? Have you doubled the dice?
Doubling the dice, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, Nurse didn't have much health in the first place. And, okay. So...
You just scared her shitless.
Yeah. The giant flaming thing, does it take a specific shape? Like, does it look like anything is fired out of a shotgun? Does it look like Maggie's face? Does it look like a giant lion?
No, it's the silhouette of Nurse.
Yeah.
Like it follows her contour.
Mm. So perfectly. Like, you know what? Okay. Anime. So, you know what? It will cut so close to her, it will actually rip apart some of her clothes, enough to leave her just clothed enough that no one has to censor it. But clearly, this was on purpose.
Keep it PG!
Yeah, to keep it just PG, but it tears away just enough of her clothes. And she is just stood there, and goes, ah. Now, eyes, pure white. You know what? Her hair turns white out of stress, and she just stands there before just doesn't say a word, just a high-pitched squeak of terror. Before she doesn't like collapse in a cutesy little way, she just flat falls over on her side, no movement, just conks out.
So just thud.
Yeah. And with that, we can just rip her off the initiative right there. Merc. Well, sorry, does Dummy do anything? Does Dummy just shout, "You are being rescued"?
Yes! You are being rescued!
Alright,
I like how that's just become his phrase.
Is there anyone left? Who's left?
Bo is still trying to run away, but that's about it.
Needle's good as dead, and it's my prey.
Alright. In that
Jesus.
case then, do I have this ability that I'm thinking of? I think so, because I think it's part of... Yeah, antidotes.
Mm-hmm.
I should be able to, since she has the stuff on her, I can get the samples I need, and I should be able to just make antidotes for everything they have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty easily. If you want, I mean, you could do that. Another thing, if you wanted to feel like you were doing attack, you're still holding the syringe. You could just yeet the syringe up at Bo. It's like,
I could. I very well could. I might. In fact, I think I will.
Well, that's just gonna terrify Zor even more. A syringe flying past him. Thanks.
Throwing things as range shot?
Technically, yes. But also, technically, you use your strength, at least for damage. You know, it's like a spear, so you use dex to aim, but damage to... But strength for damage is a match.
So I use range shot to actually hit, though.
Yes, technically.
God, son of a...
Did you roll like a 1?
I rolled a 4.
Well, I rolled a 2. Bo is the unluckiest motherfucker I have ever seen.
At least he didn't get stunned.
You say
Well,
that.
that's up to his con, isn't it? Or
No.
fortitude?
He didn't get stunned by me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, giant syringe. Merc. You yeet it. You just... the syringe flies through. Yeah, as it flies, it like, you've just spiked the. Is that a term? Spike the foot? No, spike is when you chuck it down. I don't know sports. What's the term we use for like a perfect? Is it a spiral? Is that what you call it? Like,
for a football, it'd be a spiral. Yeah.
Yeah. See, in rugby, which is the closest, we just call it spin because we don't pass forward.
Rugby has some strange rules to me, but it also makes more sense in some ways.
Yeah.
Over American football.
So, yeah. So you just spiral this perfectly. It flies through the air. Needle jabs straight into Bo's chest, and the sheer force of it, you see the plunger like push in just a fraction, and as it does so, it basically explodes. Like not like full on explosion, but as the needle plunges, it hits him. The plunger pushes, and this needle is technically a giant assault cannon. Like if you press the plunger, it unleashes like a machine gun.
Oh god!
So
oh my!
And the end acts as a bayonet. So that's basically what it is. So got stabbed with a bayonet, plunge, and just got like assault rifled. Close range. I mean, thankfully it's anime, so it. You know what? I'm gonna say that it fires smaller needles. So
needle explosion.
Yeah. So plunger goes in, and the big needle. So that's gone, and then it goes like do 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 do. And you know what? For anime rules, I'm gonna say the needles that get unleashed just. Pure coincidence. No one meant for this to happen, but as that needle is falling, the small needles all inject into Bo in the shape of a flexing seagull.
I gave him a tattoo?
Well, you just jabbed him with a bunch of needles that are now sticking out of his chest in the shape of the flexing seagull. Because I think that'd be a really cool way to end the combat here. Because it's so over the top and stupid.
Sounds good to me.
Bo,
I started to finish off Needle.
Yeah. Bo has a lot of various medical substances currently inside of him. He is not going anywhere anytime soon. Jimmy, would you like to finish off Needles?
Yes, please tell me that I don't have to roll to hit him, and even a simple hit would end the combat.
It most certainly would. You do not need to roll. In fact, I would argue you do not even need to roll damage. This is entirely description. He has 1 hit point left.
Awesome. Is he currently screaming at me? I don't care what he's screaming, but is he?
Yeah, he's like... I mean, yeah, Needles doesn't have a mask on. It was just Bo I said had a mask on. Needles is like, we're gonna get you, Manowar. You don't know what's coming. Mouth open, tongue wiggling around. Going,
to his mouth.
You shove your fingers in his mouth?
My fist.
Oh, okay.
You seem to like injecting my friends with chemicals. Would you like a taste? And then I spray with my knuckle sprayers.
So you just
down his throat. You called me out. That's what I was going to do, Bardic.
You just direct skunk spray into this dude's mouth, and his mouth foams up, and he just goes, collapses, out cold, body twitching, and that is combat ended. And you know what? That's kind of a perfect place to go and take a quick 5-minute break.
When we come back, hey, Mark, can you heal Zor?
Yeah,
get rid of the confusion.
That was the plan. It was to take all the different substances that these guys are dishing out and make antidotes for them all.
Yeah. So
I'm okay.
Maggie's like, nothing hit me. It was good. So yeah. You know what, Merc? Before we go, do you want to roll medicine, or whatever the appropriate thing is? You need to roll the antidotes.
Heal.
Heal. That's the one.
Uh.
Yeah, you
Finally, a good roll.
You are
I
good,
would
my
have been
dude.
selfish would have rolled a nat 1, and I'd be like, oh, good, you got confused Zor for the rest of the session.
Yeah, you are super good with that. So there you go. And we will take a quick 5-minute break. We will be back to see what is in the next area of the Bandit Tower.
Gives me time to go get some water.
Yeah, see y'all real soon. We are back. Where we just left off is we beat up some people who are hiding on the other side of the doorway. Merc has just dealt with all of the various afflictions we had, the group had thrown upon them. There is a large set of stairs that seems to be spiraling up towards, towards the tower, basically. You are now running. I assume you are heading up said stairs, correct?
Yeah, if that's the only way to go. After, of course, administering antidotes to me and Zor.
Alright. So, run up the stairs. There is no door at the top of the stairs. You can just move on in. In fact, they lead directly into what appears to be some kind of like welcoming foyer. Like, so this is obviously like a big fancy and you go up, and when you get in, there is a large, like very regal looking carpet, and then another set of stairs going up, and that seems to lead to a platform that spirals around, and then there's another set of stairs, and there's ladders. Basically, the entire tower, it doesn't have anything in the middle. Like where you are stood, you can see right up to the ceiling of the tower, and every floor is basically a ring around the edge that is all interconnected. So really, it's like one giant room with a bunch of floors in this one room. Standing, like all around, like on all the different levels, you see various bandits. All in all, there's maybe 50 grand total. You do also see someone who seems to have sat themselves down. There's not a throne, because that's a bit cliche, and I think I use that a lot. But they have dragged a very comfortable-looking sofa, and they have positioned it near a wall where they have a large dendenmushi, and that dendenmushi seems to be beaming out like a projection from its eyes, and they seem to occasionally be like tapping the side of it, and the projection changes to like a different area of the world. So,
Sorry.
Bless you.
So yeah, he's got a visual dendenmushi. This dude, he's... How best to describe him? He has long, dark hair, like long as in it goes right down to the middle of his back, although one side of his head is shaved entirely. You can't see his front because he's got his back to you, because he's just sat looking at the wall and laughing. He seems to have countless bottles of, like, just glass bottles strewn around this sofa, and just a whole bunch of food debris. Just clearly this dude is not particularly, like, hygienic, and has just been mooching out on this sofa for a while. The only things you can see is he seems to be wearing some fairly battered and beaten up armor, because you can see quite a large metallic shoulder pauldron that seems to like be slightly spiked, and it's very needlessly overly dramatic. And he's sat there just giving out this big guffawing laugh that is so obnoxious, and it just echoes throughout this entire tower as you see these bandits kind of just trying to get on and do whatever around the place. And what do?
Who the fuck are you exactly?
With that, he doesn't stand up. He just leans back over the sofa, just leans back, like moves his back way further than a normal person should be bending their back. So he is staring at you upside down. You see he's got a big gnarly scar down, like vertical, down one side of his face. It goes through one eye. He's got a scraggly beard, and he looks and he goes, "Me? Who are you? I'm Manowar. This is my tower. You new recruits?"
No.
Just that blunt
No.
no.
No, we're not new recruits. Are you the leader of this place?
He still leaning back over the back of a sofa. He just pushes more and leans back further and further, like slowly pushing himself. So like it's just his shoulder and neck to begin with, and then it's his back, and then it gets to his ass. So he's like almost stood, like he is essentially doing a headstand now over the back of his sofa. He goes, "I just said it's my tower, didn't I? Or are you?" And he kind of taps his head. Are you a little, you know?
Right. Making sure you weren't trying to take credit for someone else's job.
You know what? He's gonna stay in this headstand, and he's gonna continue having this conversation. You can see the rest of his outfit. Like I described before, upper body is this very battered, beaten up, like chest plate, like metallic, but it seems to have like large blackened soot marks and explosion marks on it. Legs seem to resemble almost like leather trousers, like almost kind of like very stereotypical like 1970s 80s punk or heavy metal leather type look, slightly worn, a couple of holes in the knees, and his shoes appear to be like semi-repurposed cowboy boots with very large overly dramatic spurs and a slight heel. Like it is a very much aesthetic, to say the least. As he is just stood there, still on his head, he goes, "Nah, Manowar don't take no one else's credit. Manowar claims everything this is. This is
You
mine."
talk about yourself in the third person?
Well, Manowar ain't just me. Manowar's an idea, mate. It's a concept, innit?
I feel I've heard this story before. Something to do with zombies? And a bat?
What?
I'm referencing Negan from Walking Dead. But... whatever. Anyways. Yeah, so you're the leader, and you've heard nothing from your men or anybody watching what's been going on outside and under this floor?
With that, he kind of goes, "Nah, I haven't got to them channels yet. What was I watching? I was looking at Kitchen. There was some great content. You know, Kitchen provides top quality content daily. It's hilarious. The outside camera's a bit shit. Don't really watch it much. And one downstairs has been busted. So
Right. For a second, I thought we were doing our job too well.
what? All right. So I've said who I am. Who the heck are you? And what are you doing in my tower? You ain't here to join me.
No.
Oh, I know. I've got it pegged. I got you sorted out, son. I've got you figured out, laddie. Alright. And with that, he kind of puts his hands on the floor and pushes up, like, so from, like, literally just standing straight on his head, like, pushes himself up into a handstand, legs, like, split apart, like, into a perfect, perfectly flat split, and he kind of spins himself around in a very overly dramatic manner, and pulls himself up to standing. Dude is tall, like, really tall, like, 9 foot tall, if not more. which is big for a people. It's just big
Just a
for
9-foot tall human.
Yeah, and what you can now see is like he himself is like 9 foot tall. The pauldron on his shoulder is probably about another 2 foot tall as well. Like
those are massive pauldrons. How does he even keep those on his shoulders?
well, it's only on one, so it kind of like juts slightly out to the side. And
I see.
It's very over the top. Like I'm leaning into this aesthetic way too hard. He's got like this long leather duster trench coat hanging off. That's like covered in pins and badges, and he's got a sleeve ripped off on one side. He's got fingerless leather gloves with like studs and sparkles on them. He kind of dusts his hands off as he stands up and goes, "Like I said, I got you lads figured out, haven't I?"
I'm surprised you call yourself Manowar and not Extra.
Nah, Manowar. But, you're fans, ain't you? You want an autograph, didn't you? Is that why you came in here? You're so desperate to meet Manowar. Alright. I don't normally do it, lads. I'll give you all an autograph, free of charge. How about that? And you know what? I've even got some t-shirts. You want a t-shirt? You want Manowar t-shirts? How's that sound, lads?
Well, sure, give me a t-shirt. If you have one that fits me, give me a t-shirt. Hold on.
From a couple of rings in the tower up, some random schmo, just some random bandit, got like face covering, hood up, can't really see. He pulls out like what looks to be like a bazooka, and it just fires it down. And it fires with a lot of force, and it crash lands right next to Manowar. And he picks it up, and it is a t-shirt with armholes design. It has multiple armholes, so it could be worn by a fish person. He goes, "We make here at Manowar, we make sure that every fan is equally represented in our merchandise. So we make sure we get all them extra armholes. We've got everything. We come in all shapes and sizes, just like all wonderful, amazing human beings. Here you go, mate." And he throws you his t-shirt, and it just reads Manowar.
Right, I'm gonna grab it and hold it in 2 hands, and then with another 2 hands, I'm gonna take a scalpel in each hand and carve out some seagulls and let them fall on Manowar's face.
And so just these little seagull.
Get the picture.
He goes. Manowar pauses as he is clearly thinking and processing. He goes, "I get it. I'm on to you, lads. I've figured you out again. You are reclaiming and repurposing the mark of our oppressors by carving that seagull into your fashion. You are saying that you are not owned and under the control of the Navy, of the Marines. I respect that."
God, let me slug him.
Alright, Zor, overhand, into ground.
Just for aesthetic, I'm gonna whack-a-mole this fucker.
Just hammer?
Hammer up, hammer down, with him in the way.
Yup.
So, how are you doing this?
Just tossing the hammer up while it's on the chain, and then holding said chain and slinging it down.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do something real quick. So you sling the hammer up, and as it comes flying down, please make an attack for me. 31. Yikes. Okay. Cool. So, that hits. Roll damage. $15. Alright. So this hammer. Please describe how exactly this looks in as much detail as you can.
Upon hearing the proper designation, been like, alright, I just let the hammer go up. I just kind of look down at the dude. Just give it a second. Grab the chain and sling with as much force as possible.
Yeah,
it lands center of his head, and into floor he goes about 2 feet.
Yeah. So that happens. Swings down. Manowar does not seem to flinch before this comes. Like he's just staring. Like you're glaring at him. He glares back at you. I mean, I know you're slightly taller, but it's still like two very big people. Like there's a little lightning bolt of tension between the eyes. Your hammer slams down.
No, I like to add just to perform more aesthetic because again, mine's 15 foot. He's 9 foot. I kind of crouch down a little bit so I'm eye level with him as I'm doing this.
I like that a lot. And hammer comes crashing down. And with that, just because I like the aesthetic, I know I use it a lot, I'm going to keep using it because it's a cool aesthetic. Like, little dust cloud throws up, as, yes, you hear cracks, you see cracks from the floor spreading out through the tower, and as the dust settles, yes, you hit Manowar. You do, however, see that he raised one arm up. Like, he's still taking damage, but he's raised his non-pauldron arm up above his head, and he is blocking the hammer. It still hurt, like, it still hit him. And you do also seem to notice that he's looking up at his arm, and he's got his mouth open, and he seems to be, like, resonating something from his mouth. And there's this low growl, this, like, rumbling that you can feel in the air. This, it doesn't even sound like it doesn't even sound like anything. It's this, like, sub-audible, like this subsonic.
Captain, you may have an issue.
Of course we do.
And
Never go smoothly. Why can't we ever just smack the guy and leave?
Does anyone else want to do anything before I continue?
Jimmy, gas his ass!
Do I have time?
Yeah, you could throw an attack quickly, I reckon.
Now I'm gonna fucking do it.
Go for it.
Alright. Is Rumble Ball gone?
3 minutes would have passed by now, yes.
Fuck. Okay, so...
You have your normal stuff.
Yeah,
You don't
let
have any
me...
extras.
Let me look at my thing. So, I am back to tail then.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Alright, still not bad. +4 dex. I am going to spray.
Yeah. So as he is
15
standing
foot
there,
cone.
he is standing there, holding this hammer up. Like, the hammer hurt him. It's not like he's impervious to damage, but he seems to be building something as his mouth is open. And in the anime interpretation, I don't know if you actually see this, but in the panel, you can see that there is, like, sound waves coming out of this dude's mouth as he seems to be building something. So...
Can I stay for added measure after the hammer hit and I see this? I just grab hammer and start pushing harder down.
Oh, hell yeah. Please do that. So, Zor is ramming hammer down and blocking, and you can see that he is slowly being pushed into the ground as cracks are forming and spreading throughout the tower. Jimmy, do the spray. That's reflex save, right?
Yeah, reflex save for half damage and fortify save to be second.
Okay, so
10 plus level.
What's
because
accurate is he's like eye level with Jimmy now.
yeah, so because of a thing, I roll something different actually.
Do I roll to hit, or does that not need it since it's a spray?
Spray doesn't need it. The spray hits automatically. It's just the thing. But because of a thing that this guy has, I get to do something which you'll learn about soon. Okay. So I've done my rolls. Can you roll your damage, please?
Let me just make sure I'm doing it right. 5d4. Okay, I almost put 5d6.
That'd be a bit much. There we go, 13 damage. Alright, cool. So, Jimmy. How are you
Yes.
spraying? Gun or just lifting your ass and going?
I think my gun is just straight concentrated damage, so it wouldn't do the nauseating effect, the second effect. So I'm just gonna do spray.
Yeah. So, you spray, and you notice probably one of the most alarming things you've ever noticed. This is definitely different. Is as the spray should make contact with this dude, it seemingly, instead of actually touching him, gets pulled upwards and forms around his arm, where he is blocking this hammer. And as you do so, you see that he has basically created this barricade around himself with this subsonic noise he is making from his throat. He is making a sonic resonance that pulls physical matter up into a single point above him. So, he... Basically, what I've done is when he has... he can take this stance, and in this stance, he doesn't get... he doesn't get to make defense rolls. Instead, he gets to make concentration checks, and if he succeeds on his concentration check, basically meeting whatever the requirement would be, so whether that be the reflex save or the defense roll or whatever, he gets to pull everything in, and he gets to use that for something special later. So,
Oh, good.
So, Merc...
As a bonus action, I would like to cover my ears.
Yeah. Merc, Maggie, you two can do something before Manowar decides he's gonna do his thing.
You could slam down the hammer, make it even more weight on it.
I don't know how much that'd actually help.
It'd push him faster through the floor.
How about I just attack the floor instead of him? So as he
Good point.
falls through it. I'll punch the
Fuck
floor.
you, floor.
The floor we are all currently standing on.
Well, just where he's at. I have a 10-foot reach. I
You know
can
how-
reach 10 feet away.
You know how floors work, right? If you put a hole in it, that hole slowly, well not slowly, usually quite quickly spreads.
We'll be fine.
Or I can just jump on him. Use
Goomba,
my
fuck
own...
you.
Basically. Just... Who cares? Like, I'm gonna fall through this floor anyways. I can tell at some point it will happen because...
We're all gonna go through the floor at some point.
Yeah, this guy is gonna go through the floor, and that floor is gonna take us all. I may as well just do it now.
So, are you
Yeah, speed up along! Speed up along further! Maggie, throw some explosives, make it more fun!
Oh god. Maybe too much.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Especially with us in such close quarters.
Okay, so you wanna... Are you like gonna jump up and like add to Zor with the hammer? Or are you literally doing like a Mario jump on a Goomba thing? Like just... you know what? One of the... If you are doing that, one of the fucking random Mook bandits just has like some instruments and just goes... "Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba." Just in time for you to do the jump.
Wonderful. I'm gonna jump on him. Where's jump? Jump.
Oh god, just gonna yeet yourself up and slam down. Oh god.
Alright,
Yeah.
so you technically have just jumped 17 feet up in the air. I mean, I think it's meant to be half of that, actually. I can't... Or is it double that?
It's double that.
Double that. Yikes. Alright, so
Where is it? I can
Yeah.
actually find it.
I think it's double off the top
It
of my
is
head.
double. Because I remember I've
Jump
used it
ship
quite a few
features,
times.
Modifier. Characters can jump much higher in One Piece universe than people can in real life. The DC and the distance you can cover vary according to the type of jump you are attempting. The jump check is modified by your speed. If your speed is less than 30, then no modifier, or if speed is 30, then no modifier based on your speed applies to the check. If your speed is less than 30, you take a -6 penalty for every 10 feet of speed less than 30 feet. If your speed is greater, then you take a +4 for every 10 feet beyond. All jump DCs are given here, assume that you get a running start, which requires that you move at least 20 feet in a straight line before attempting the jump. If you do not get a running start, the DC for the jump is doubled. High jump. A high jump is a vertical leap made to reach a ledge high above or to grasp something overhead. DC is equal to the distance to be cleared. If you jumped up to grab something, successful check. So, I guess just high jump is equal to my...
Yeah, high jump is equal. So, yeah,
I'm show action.
17 feet. That's a big boy number. So just boom, and as you come falling down, are you actually intending to like land with feet and like do a Mario pose, or are you like in the air coming and punching?
Sure. Do
Just
full
arms in
Mario.
the air,
Just full
boing.
Mario. Boing. Let's go.
Please tell me Merc said, like in Merc voice, doesn't put on a Mario voice, just goes, "Let's go."
Let's go.
Boing. Okay, so yeah, as you come down, you land on top of Zor's hammer, which is being suspended above this. This can be marked as an unarmed attack, basically, and that's just going to be added into the thing, if you would like to do that. 29.
Oh god.
Okay, yikes, that's going to be a high concentration check.
Well, that's to hit.
Yeah. So, roll damage.
Oh, 10. It rolled a second to hit, but
yeah, we'll take the 10. Okay, so you land on Zor's hammer, like perfectly, like 1 foot on, or are you double footing it, like just, or do you want like 1 foot so you can do Mario pose?
Do the Mario pose, duh.
Oh, of course.
Go.
Like, imagine he's holding the pose on top of the hammer too.
Yeah,
Gotta go full Mario.
and you feel another like foot sink into the floor as the subsonic sound becomes more audible. It becomes less sub and starts building into sonic area. So it's still this quite low pitch, just this. It's just that.
We're in danger.
Yeah, but you saw his arm falter a little bit, and he had to brace a little bit. So if this was a video game, you would see his armor like slowly breaking, because that's essentially what you are doing here. So, Maggie,
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
I would like to tell Dummy to not even stressed at all, not rushing or anything. Dummy just climbs up on top of this dog pile.
I just love the image
Like,
of Dummy
not
like, grabbing,
attacking.
just-
He just climbs up on top and then claps his hands together and just starts forming a ball of iron.
Oh fuck, that's really cool. That's really smart. Okay, so
It just continues to make it bigger and bigger and bigger.
oh okay, so
Okay.
just making more weight. I thought you meant make a ball of iron around these people.
Nope, just making a giant ball of weight.
Okay, so that's what Dummy's doing. What about Maggie? Is she doing anything?
I shall take out my shotgun. Or not take out, because I still have it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I shall... Can I take a negative to my shot? To particularly... Actually, no, I'll use my revolver, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And can I take a negative to my shot? Maybe even give up the damage, or most of the damage, to instead focus on kind of hampering him, rather than hurting him.
So you're probably much more interested in breaking concentration than actually hurting.
I want to shoot the back of his elbow. and basically break his
Sorry,
bracing that he's doing.
I just made because you know when you slap your elbow on something, I was like, god, imagine being shot, like like One Piece world, like not like real world. Being shot
no, but not the elbow, the inside of his elbow.
Okay.
To cause him to buckle and not be able to carry all this weight that he's holding up.
So, since this is technically not you are not bothered about actually damaging. This is more about you just want to cause the most distraction, i.e. make your...
Yep.
Okay. I believe... Yeah, okay. So... How about, just for ease, because I don't really want to think too heavily about it, roll normally, and then convert whatever you would roll for the damage and add that to your to hit.
Okay.
So you're basically using the damage you would have done and increasing the DC by that much. Which is really hard.
Is he within 30 feet of me?
He is as close as you want to be to him.
Alright, very well. Then we shall...
Okay.
That... plus... revolvers don't actually do loads of damage.
No.
There... So add 5 onto that!
Okay.
44 is my total.
Mm-hmm.
Versus, I don't know, a constitution or fortitude or whatever the heck you're having him roll.
Oof. Okay. Yeah. Alright. You know what? That works really well. So please take full narrative control and describe exactly what Maggie does here.
Yeah, so I quickly twirl my revolver, and fire to the inside of his elbow, causing, hopefully, it to buckle, so that the 3 people that are pushing down on him will hopefully... I mean, I don't even care if the floor buckles. I hope he just buckles and gets crushed into a pancake.
Okay, so, what happens here? Manowar. Armor, bracing. There is currently a hammer being pressed against this. On top of a hammer, a giant fish person. On top of the fish person, a robot. And on top of a robot, an ever-growing giant sphere of iron. This is big. Like, easily pushed 3 feet into the floor. Like, floors are maybe like 5 foot thick, and you're pushed most of the way through it at this. And with that, this shot, it goes. And you bear in mind as well, around his arm is this spray of noxious gas, which is like forming a little like circle around his arm as well. The shot fires in, and it's going in. It seems to pierce this now visible sonic barrier that this guy has created. I mean, it gets verged slightly off course as it is trying to be pulled up towards this location he's focusing everything on. And what happens is it breaks through. Its course has been changed, but it breaks through this barricade, goes up, and ends up scraping up Manowar's face. So, because his head is turned back, like, leaning up. So it scrapes up the bridge of his nose, up his forehead, and, like, it takes out a chunk of his hair. I mean, it's anime, so it's not like it's going to explode in blood or anything. It's just a very, like, dramatic, so it leaves, like, a big burn mark up his face. And in doing that, this sonic barricade that he created, that just disappears, causing this rain of stink fluid just, like, drop down on him. Followed very quickly by the force of the hammer, the jump, and the iron ball. That all happens. It pushes through the stone floor. So all 4 of them are just going to whoosh down. And as all this is happening, his sonic barricade, that's broken. But essentially, a sonic boom erupts, and everything on this ground floor, you are all going to take... Holy shit. Alright, yeah, you all take 20 damage from this sonic boom. That's 20 sonic damage. And you fall through the floor, crashing down to where you were before, in the big courtroom, big opening courtyard thing. Manowar. Yeah, okay. Let's figure this out. So, Maggie and Jimmy, you do not fall down. You do not fall down the hole.
Perfect.
We do not take the damage.
Yeah, you do not take the damage from falling. But
Okay.
Well, we do take the
I'm
sonic
gliding
blast.
down. I could do that.
Yeah.
How much damage do we take then?
So you just take 20 from a sonic boom.
Okay, we do take the sonic boom.
Yeah.
But we don't take the falling. Okay,
You are not
making
taking the fall damage.
I have 10 HP left. Oh boy.
Yikes.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah, baby.
Okay. Zor, you can just glide down because you can control that. So you take 0 fall damage. Dummy and Merc and Manowar. I'm just going to roll one set for all of you because it's easier that way. Take 4, 8, 13, 15 fall damage.
So was it 15 sonic and then 15 fall damage?
Well, it was 20, but obviously get reduced to 15.
Or,
because of-
yeah, and then 10.
Yeah. And you
Oh boy.
find yourselves on the floor of the courtyard. Jimmy, Maggie, they are 50 feet below you because you just fell. They just fell 50 feet. Manowar is Manowar is on the floor and slowly dusting himself off and standing up. He ain't looking hot, but he ain't looking like he's done either. I believe it's his turn as well. I mean, there's not really an initiative here, but that's fine because
Dummy's unconscious.
Dummy's unconscious.
Yes.
Oh, Dummy.
Imagine we hear, you are being pressed. As he just falls.
That's really depressing, actually. Just Dummy Dummy on the floor, giant ball of iron formed on his arms, just saying, "You are being rescued."
Well, no, he tries to, but it's sitting on top of his chest.
Oh!
Dummy, no! Dummy! Okay, so, Manowar stands up, looks a little battered, a little dazed, a little... Oh, alright, didn't like that, not at all. Stands up, does that very stereotypical neck crack, just crack, crack, rolls his shoulders back, goes, alright, well, you lads weren't messing around, was you? Well, you know what? I know exactly how to do with all of you lot, you know. Sometimes fans can't help themselves, they go manic, so the only thing a true star like me can do when in the face of rabid fans is make a quick and seamless getaway. Does anyone...
You're a moron.
I like to, since I'm gliding down, I'm still above him, I just throw the chain and wrap it around him.
Okay. Zor, do you want to make... are you going to try and grapple with that?
Yes, I don't know what I need for grapple.
Oh god, we went... I think you start by making... okay, so technically, if you are trying to grapple, I believe it begins by him getting to make an attack against you. And then you both roll something. I was just looking at this crap earlier. Where is it? Rules, advanced combat, grapple... Okay. Step 1. You provoke a single free melee attack from a target you are trying to grapple. Roll this attack normally against your defense. Okay. So he is going to try and hit you. Roll defense, please.
Alrighty.
16. Okay. Alright. Cool. That's actually really good. Well, for me, that's really good. So, Zor, you have slung your hammer down, hoping to grapple this dude, right?
Yes.
Manowar. The same arm he was using to block before, so the non-pauldroned arm. He grabs your chain, wraps it around his arm, and uses that to pull you in. As he pulls you in, he lifts his pauldroned arm, to which he opens his mouth and clicks his tongue. As he clicks his tongue, you see a manifestation of sonic energy surrounding his entire arm as he pulls you on your chain down and he thrusts here up. Oh god, what's the name we're gonna call this? What is a stupid, over-the-top, anime as fuck sounding name for this punch?
As he yanked Zor down?
Yeah, he is yanking Zor down and punching a sonic-infused fist.
Sonic Smash.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he does that, and he's just gonna go, Sonic Smasher! And he hit, because you rolled a 16 defense, he rolled a 24 attack.
Oh god.
And this deals... that is 8 there, and then...
I'm just gonna stop you right there. That's probably gonna knock Zor out.
How much health do you have? Because don't forget you have 5 DR.
I have 7 left.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
So that was 8 for the actual punch itself, and then the additional sonic damage is another 6. So grand total 14 damage.
Yeah, Zor's out.
Okay,
That's
so
9.
Oof. So Zor, you tried to grapple. You got punched in the face for your attempt, sadly. Then with that, he's going to continue to make his escape. He's going to take his now sonic-infused arm, hold it down in between his legs, and click his tongue again, this time louder. And as he does so, the sonic energy fires out of his hand and surrounds his feet. And he's just going to... Yeah, he's just going to call this Sonic...
That's an interesting name.
I can't think of a name. Yeah, it's just Sonic. That's
I was gonna say Sonic Boost.
Yeah,
Sonic Boop.
Sonic Boost. And what he does is he's turning his feet into a small jetpack, and he flies. He just starts flying, just zooming. And he's making his getaway from a tower. He flies 70 feet in the air because that... Oh, wait, sorry, no, 80. That is his movement speed when he's like this. So he is now 30 feet above the floor he just fell through.
Is he still holding on to the chain?
Oh, no, he let go of that. He punched...
Oh, because I like to imagine just a unconscious Zor just getting flopped around.
No, he pulled, punched, and dropped you, and just left you on the floor. So...
Alright, cool. It's gonna take him a bit to get out of range of me.
It is. So, Maggie, you just gonna start trying
I'm gonna shoot him with my sniper rifle.
Just gonna go pop, pop, pop?
Yeah.
Alright, go for it. I don't think anyone else can do anything.
I'm way outside the range.
Oh, hang on. It didn't apply any of my bonuses.
I was about to say, 19. What did you roll?
Yeah, it didn't apply any of my bonuses. So add. So that should be a 29.
Okay, so 29, that'll hit as you just kind of shoot into his feet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He's happy to take that damage. Can anyone else actually do anything? So I don't think we've got any other ranged fighters here currently.
Nope.
Say Jimmy if you have anything, but I guess not.
Anything I have that could be range would create an area of effect, which might kill anyone that's unconscious. So,
I mean, he's above, so like no one else is near him.
I don't trust my throwing grip with a grenade.
Okay. I mean, it is totally reasonable to just let this dude get away and deal with him another day. Or later on today. Your job was to clear this tower and stop the bandits from attacking. You can still do that.
Oh, there we go. That's why I wasn't replying. There we go.
So, if no one else... So, Jimmy, if you are going... I'm probably going to leave it. He's going to boost another 80 feet. Maggie is going to take another pot shot, I assume. 31.
Wow.
Yep, that will also hit. I'm just loving Maggie
Alright.
taking these slow shots.
I have one last trick up my sleeve. I will use my Seeker ammo.
Mm-hmm.
And that Seeker ammo...
I feel very tense wanting to know what the end of the sentence is.
I will fire the boost ammo.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Mm-hmm.
That was given to me
By Iris.
by Iris.
Okay. Alright. The boost ammo hits. Immediately after this, he is currently... so he was 30 feet above the ground floor, he's now 80 feet above. He's basically near the top of the tower as this happens. The boost causes another sonic boom, and it actually propels him, like, so far away. Like, sonic boom, the top of the tower cracks and begins to crumble, so the entire tower is going to start falling in, as he has been boosted and flung somewhere on the island. Either he just died, or just disappeared. Maybe he flung out into the ocean. We don't know. But whatever, we technically won. He's not here. The tower's dealt with. Take that as a win. For now.
Target neutralized, Captain.
We've been rescued.
As the tower slowly begins to fall, a bunch of bandits just start like grabbing and running. Like, oh, what do we do? Just moving and running and jumbling. Dakota. In the chaos of all of this, is there a character who is going to take opportunity here to break out of wherever they've been being kept?
Yes. Somewhere, okay, so I think we're off the main room here. A hallway on the right, there's like I'll say there's a, like, kind of prison type place. Just a whole, like, bunch of holding cells. And everyone would hear just a slight little clink and something fall as someone just comes walking through and walks towards y'all. Obviously, arm aimed at them, going, "Who the hell are you?" This is directed at Merc because, you know, giant.
Who the hell are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Name's
I have no
Wade.
idea what this guy even looks like.
Yeah, Zor, what does this dude look like? What are they wearing? What's
Just kind of like a standard, just normal clothes. A tattered, what looks like almost lab coat, The whole like bottoms of it are all frayed and torn and slightly burned. And you just see that the whole right side of their face is just covered in scarring. Like kind of long-ish, not really super long, kind of mid-length, like black hair. Just looks at you and goes, "Last people who were here captured me. Who are you?"
Marines? I thought I made this clear earlier with the whole seagull shtick.
Well, I've been down
Are you
here.
a
How would I
bandit?
have seen that? No. Those wingnuts are the ones the reason I'm here.
Because at that point, Maggie already like has handcuffs like almost halfway out of her belt.
Just gotta look at them and be like, those won't work on me.
Excuse?
Long story. What are y'all doing here? Like, who sent y'all?
We're Marine. What?
Yeah, who sent y'all? Y'all are Marines. Who sent you?
That's
Uppers
classified.
said go after Nightcheck. You know, Death Defiler runs this place apparently, but nobody fucking realizes it.
And on that note, you see immediate anger come across said character's face. Where is he?
As far as we know, fucking no idea. Likely to be at the castle here soon, but why? You got a bone to pick?
He's the one that sent these bastards after me.
And who are you?
Wave. I basically was trying to chart the Grand Line. As you can see, I didn't get very far.
Is that possible?
I'm going to test that theory.
During this conversation, obviously the entire tower is slowly falling to pieces. I'm going to say a sizable piece of rubble, easily large enough that if nothing was done to it, would easily squash and destroy you all. It is falling, it is plummeting, and it is nearly above you. How would you all like to react to this?
Sidestep.
Consider this you know me. As Wave jumps up and just places one hand on the boulder.
Yeah.
And boulder's gone.
Mm-hmm. Just bloop, disappeared. Gone.
I'm sorry, what?
I land holding just a tiny pebble in my hand. How's it going? You're
Explain.
welcome.
Jimmy,
Well, I would demonstrate.
possibility of shrink ray.
Can you get the giant chunk of metal off of my robot?
Oh yeah, sure. Walks over and just places his hand on giant ball and just.
And it just disappears.
What-
Just,
anyway-
swoop.
Just gonna put these in my bag.
And
At this point, we don't need one, Captain.
I think at this point that is a good place to wrap up today's session. So,
Dude's name is Wave. He has shrink abilities.
I have been the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube. All as the Bardic Knock. This is Dodge. Dodge is having a cuddle because he's a good boy.
Is he actually a good boy today? It's usually he's an annoying boy.
No, he's not been good. He was asleep, but he then got disturbed because he's so silly. Like, so to try and describe it, right? The girls share a bed and the boys share a bed. At least in here, they have their own beds elsewhere in the houses, but one house. And these beds, they are basically like a little foam wall type thing to hold shape, and inside is like a big cushion. Dodge likes to dig up the cushion and sit under it.
Brilliant.
And unfortunately, he has to share this bed with Bruiser. And so half the time it's fine because they're opposite sides of bed. But if Bruiser moves, Bruiser ends up sitting on top of Dodge because Dodge has put himself underneath the cushion. And then Dodge gets disturbed and jumps out and runs around. And so that's what's happened today. So, yeah, I'm the Bardic Knock. This is Dodge. He is a very silly dog. And players. So, Nick, who be you?
Hi, I'm Nick, also known as Strider Winners everywhere on the internet. You can really most often find me not anywhere in particular other than Discord, because that's just where I exist most of my time. I played the Captain Mercurius. He's interesting. He's fun to play. Unbeknownst to me when I first started playing him, he's gotten very full of himself. Just kind of like
Prideful.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm hot shit. Like, I know. And to be fair, look at what you've accomplished. You've reclaimed an entire prison. You've taken down a vice admiral. You've taken down a you'll win.
We've done some shit,
Your wins
and
are
we're in the
racking
fucking
up.
Grand Line.
Yeah, your wins are
Like-
racking up real nice.
And also be due to the boost ammo. That guy could be anywhere on this island, or he's across the Grand Line. I don't know how. I still have no idea how Iris's powers work.
So, if you use realistic probability, he's probably in the water, just because this area is mostly water. If you
Yeah,
use
this is
narrative
ocean.
probability, he landed on an island.
And if we use bardic probability, here's at the place where it would make the least amount of sense, but it would be really cool if he was there.
If we use hot bud logic, he skipped across the water like a skipping rock, then bounced off an island, went to the moon, flipped off of it, and is now sitting happily somewhere with a bunch of food.
Stop looking at my notes.
I am Shogun. I played Maggie. I stream on Twitch, the Cryogun channel. We will be streaming probably in the next half hour.
So go
Cool.
there. Go there. Go
Yeah,
there.
go there.
Watch the things. Do the stuff.
If we could raid now, we probably would, but I don't think you can raid not live channels.
No,
Probably
but
not.
yeah,
I don't think that's how it
we'll
works.
we'll be going live very very shortly.
Here, you guys sit here and wait.
So, that is Shogun. Is there anything else, Shogun?
Nope, I haven't used Twitter in ages, so no.
Alright, James. Who are you?
I am James, also known as Omen264, and I will not be streaming in half an hour because I don't stream. I am the Skunk Man. I did not want to have this fight go on any longer because I probably would have been unconscious too. Again, I'm stating this because if I don't state it on stream, I'm probably never gonna actually finish it. I'm going to work on an app for this tabletop RPG in order to make it more simple on Android only. Again, nothing against the Apple Store except it charges $100 a year. So, no thank you.
Just to have an app on there?
Yeah, it's
Just
disgusting.
yeah,
Yuck.
exactly. Google Play is $20 once, and you have it forever. Anyways, that's me.
And,
I'm looking forward to talking with Wave.
Yes.
So, finally, Dakota. Who have you
Hang
been?
on, I'm Shogun again. Just wanted to remind you.
Are you done? I wish you could see my camera right now.
I assume there are two middle fingers stuck right the fuck up.
No.
Just disappointment on the face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Dakota, who have you been? And let's try and wrap up for today.
I'm
Jimmy.
fuck off.
I'm Strider. Don't forget it.
Guys, come
Alright.
Bardic has dogs.
Anyway.
Alright, I'll keep my mouth shut.
Oh my god. I'm because
So we have this up now.
I will 462 pretty much everywhere. I am done waiting!
So we also have Rin, who wasn't here today. Okay, no, seriously, that is all the interruptions. We cannot make any more. Dakota, go on.
I'm White Wolf 562 pretty much anywhere. Probably don't really care about that because I don't really do much else other than this. For the time being, so it is said on stream, Zora will be taking a long-awaited nap.
Well,
And
he
it's
is
good-
unconscious right now.
Yes.
He's like, oh wait,
interesting,
no, he had a concussion.
And next session will be the start of Wave Stormwood.
Why are you saying it like he just got introduced in a comic?
He went, wave!
Shut the fuck up, Steve!
That will be now. That is now going to be my catchphrase. Just.
Alright, so with that, we... sorry, I'm just reading
We
the
have
chat,
been the
but-
Marine Special Ops
Alright.
Group 69. Have a good night.
Yeah,
All right, you should record this one as the one you just post at the beginning of every video.
100%, this one. Nothing
Yeah,
was wrong
this
with it
one.
at all.
The one
What
that's
about
missing a player.
Yeah.
Alright, so I have been the Bardic Knock.
Perfect.
I already said that. Until next time, stay safe and happy adventures. Bye-bye.
Bye.